What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Let's Play Worlds Collide. Last time we made our way to the tower, made it to the base, and this time we're heading in. So this is the tower. It's a little spooky in here. How are you feeling, Eileen? It is really creepy in here, but I'm okay. You two are here with me, so I'll be fine. Alright, then let's rock. I am aware my voices are not consistent, but I'm trying, you know. I feel like they're close enough to the point where you can generally get a gist of who's talking. Let's check this thing out. Updating plaque. Number of users to make it floor 1. 1. Number of adjectives to make it a floor 1. 2. That's us. Cool. Ooh, look, the guy. That must be who the lady was talking about. Oh, random encounter. Okay, our goal here is I think Brian can one-shot these guys. Huge. Casey should be able to one-shot the bees. And let's have Eileen just, I don't know, whack something, because I don't think a buff is going to make too much of a difference at this current point. Maybe it would have. Maybe it would have. My bad. And then I had Casey attack that one. Oh my gosh. Maybe it would have. My bad. Kind of letting these things beat me up because I'm not thinking. Huge water. Level 6 for Eileen. Alright. Eileen, don't look here. Let's keep moving. These could be dangerous. Let's not touch it. Hear me, Eileen? Aww. It's funny because normally I don't like put interactables in like preemptive strike. So I want to have Brian take that out. Huge. It's not like the biggest deal to do damage to this guy. Like, this guy's got a huge health pool. My kind of goal is to mana depletion him. There's two ways to handle fighting this guy, in my opinion. One is to mana depletion him, so he burns himself out, and the other is, yeah, just taking out his whole health pool. But as you can see, it is a lot of health to tear through, so we're getting unlucky on the burnout. Like I said, burnout is not consistent, or it's not a guarantee once they're out of MP. It's just becomes an option, or becomes a chance to happen. So, as you can see, we're not too lucky on it, but we did take care of it, so cool. 6 for Brian. These battles are a little rough with just the 3 of us, but that might change soon. This is most definitely not where Casey works. Perhaps I should have listened to that lady when she said not to come this way. Didn't he? Casey, I knew I came the right way. I mean, technically. Wait, Ez, what are you doing here in Washington? I already did the song and dance with Casey, so let's just keep going. How are you holding up? Not gonna lie, I'm freaking out. Why are there literal monsters everywhere? Yeah, I don't even know. If Ez wasn't so calm, I don't think I'd be able to process this at all. Seriously. You want to come with us? Probably for the best, so you won't be stuck here alone. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. So this is another one of your friends, Mr. Brian? You brought a child with you? Eileen, meet Denny. Or Brandon. Either works. Oh, this is Eileen? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Brandon. Ez, where's my mister? Why can't I be Mr. Brandon? I just feel like Mr. Brian would say not to worry about it. That's fair. Also, there's this giant switch here. I feel like I should hit it, huh? Alright, let's get going, y'all. Adjutant acquired. Did anyone else feel that? There was like a burning sensation for a second. Oh, I had something like that too when I first met up with Ez. Mr. Brian, your friends are something. They are. Alright, y'all. We gotta get moving. Party status. Ezra, Casey, Eileen, Brandon. So, like the system said, we got him with us. So let's look at him. Brandon is an Umbra Mystica, a young artist who enjoys long walks on the beach in the moonlight and playing online MMOs. And if we look at his stats, higher magic attack than physical attack. Pretty, like, stark contrast compared to Brian. Brian's just insane on this. Like I said, this is nerfed Brian. Casey's got a good difference, higher attack. Eileen, but yeah, she doesn't really do. So, as that might point out, Brandon is our first dedicated magic user. He also has a heal, which we can use outside of battle, which, if we look, unlike Brian's, which we can't, he can. He has a skill here, Encroaching Dark. Using the power of shadows, cause magic damage random target 3 times. Random targeting, damage spell, and random targeting heal in battle. So that's kind of his shtick. He's got random targeting, but they are pretty strong spells. So our goal here is I'm gonna buff Casey actually, just to make sure she gets her one shot on the bee. Okay, well, if Brian misses, then we have an issue. So if we use Encroaching Dark, like it said, random targeting. So instead of just being able to pick, we get 3 shots of our dark magic. I think Eileen does just take this guy out. Her damage actually is not bad in comparison to like what I expect. Fun fact, in like earlier builds, she did like single-digit damage. So the fact that she's doing as much as she is right now is really funny, to be honest. Okay, we're getting solid amount of things done. So okay, so there was a switch there that Brandon pressed, so we're kind of just gonna look around and see if there's anything else that we can do. Okay, this formation is kind of a lot. Our goal, the way the encounters, oh my Lanta, dude, encounters are designed is kind of, there are the guys who are weak to magic, the guys who are a bit more resistant to magic. So the goal, as you can see in the difference of the damage dealt, is to kind of take care of the guys who are magic resistant, so that Brandon's random targeting will be hitting the guys who are more vulnerable. That's kind of how I approach, and then as well we have these guys who you can cut through their MP and try to burn them out. Let's see if we can get lucky here. Nope. Yeah, get a nice like 300 or so damage from Brandon, being able to just use his random targeting spell on one single enemy. Level up for Casey is pretty good. You received 5 waters. Waters are huge, like I said. These also restoring MP is really nice for us. There was no thought process, fun fact, from the dev. No, zero thought in the placement of these boulders. I kind of just went, hey, if as long as you're able to make it through on both sides, then I don't really care. Okay. And if we see here, the reason why we're going to our way for these switches, the one that Brandon pressed, I'm assuming took care of that first one. So we're just going to try to make our way through here. Yeah, we're kind of just going to be going around making our way, looking for some more switches that we can hit to take care of those gates. Since we're going to try to make our way through. That is a hole. You received a pseudo night helm. So this is something, an interesting piece of equipment that is for specifically only Brian. Now, if we look in comparison, this, I need to unequip that to kind of show the difference. So we have equipment that only increases defense and attack, increases defense by a good bit more, but lowers his offenses. So you have the option of a more like glass cannon-y style Brian, or if you want to lean into like using cover, then you have options that make that a bit more viable, which I thought was fun because Brian is kind of your main character. So he's gonna be with you a lot. I'm gonna mana depletion this guy and kind of hope for the best because he has a gigantic HP pool that I just like. Having Brandon now is gonna help a lot with him. Like, but if we can just burn him out, that just makes our life so much easier. That was close, Casey. Maybe I could have done that with a physical attack, with Brandon's normal attack, because he's getting kind of low on the MP. I do have waters, which will give him... Ooh! Level 8 for Brandon. Shadow's Grasp learned. Let's give that a look-see real quick. Shadow's Grasp has the shadows randomly grab a target, reducing their agility for 2 turns. Nice, nice, nice. The agility down is really nice, especially in ATB. Like I was saying though, I have Waters, which can restore his MP, which we can use one on it. We need some HP back. Okay. Ooh, interesting formation here. We can show this one off. 3 Bs. So like we normally do. The big guys in the back, typical options are either mana depleting or I'm actually gonna Brandon attack. In the battle I just did over there, he actually was showing me like 114 damage. He's not bad at all. I'm kind of hoping. I was kind of hoping that guy would burn out. Let's just scream in case we wanna. Do we just? We're gonna save some MP. We're gonna save some MP. Look at that, 174 off Casey with the defense down. Brandon doing 111 is crazy. And then Brandon just crit it. Whatever, dude. Whatever. Casey learned a skill. Casey learned dive kick. So let's give that a look. Very fast move that hits a single enemy for extra physical damage based on agility and current MP. So this is where Casey's kind of shtick comes in. The higher her MP pool, the more damage she's gonna do. So her kind of goal is to try to keep that high. So she is, I guess, I don't think I'd say like burst per se, but like she definitely, her damage will definitely wane as the battle goes on if you're not watching her MP pool, if you're just spamming it. But to be fair, it probably, Eileen learned critical guidance. This is what we've been waiting for. This is a huge reason as to why I consider Eileen one of the strongest characters in this game. If we look here, scans and we find a vital point for an ally, guaranteeing them a crit on next action. You know who already has a lot of damage? Brian. And if we look, his skills can crit. Soul Aim can crit his basic attack, so he's a very damage crit based character. As well, if we look here, Orihio reaches into one soul to bring a small healing ability, heals more on a critical. So he has critical healing. So if someone needs a burst heal, Eileen's critical guidance into Brian Orihio, good amount of damage. 3 holy waters, huge. I said probably, but Casey's dive kick will do more damage than her basic attack. It's just the idea of it's going to be doing less, which we're gonna hit more the guy in the back. So let's use this on the guy in the front. Kind of hope there. So let's show it off. Let's use a dive kick. Bah, 181. Not bad. 183, matching Brian's damage. Well, unfortunate. Let's actually use a critical guidance on Brian, so then we can kind of show this off. We got a Casey turn. Does she kill it? I hope not, actually, because I want to show this off. Now we have Aura Heal. Brian used Aura Heal. Boom. Burst Heal. Critical Heal. And that's kind of like a fun little combo. You can use... This gives Eileen access to helping other characters be a lot more offensive, but in conjunction with Brian's Aura Heal, it also gives you a strong healing foundation, especially because Brandon's heal is on a bit more of a random basis. So we got a switch on the right and a chest on the left. Like I said, zero thought went into placing these. So let me see if I can make my way over here in a way that makes sense. Hit the switch. Okay. Look at that, huge. Pseudo ring mail. So like very similar to the Pseudo Night Helm. A very big decrease in attack. Not very big, like 11 actually. Maybe it's pretty big. But we got a big amount of defense increases. And some more HP. Personally, not my style. Like I said, I'm more offense based with Brian. But, you know, in case you want to play more cover based, because as you can see, I am kind of getting beat up. And this is kind of a long walk back, so I'm just going to actually meet you guys back at the entrance so I can hit that save point outside real quick and heal up as well. All right, we are back. We got healed up, and we got a good amount of levels, as we can see. Casey, Brandon, level 9. I wanted to point this out because I should have, when I first talked about the skill, guaranteeing a crit on their next action. And then I talked about like the synergy it had with Brian, because it specifically, Orheal says it can crit, Solium says it can crit, but the things like Brandon's Encroaching Dark or Casey's Dive Kick do not say they have the ability to crit. So that is just something to keep in mind. Some of my playtesters that had issues with that initially because they were kind of confused with the inability to of those working, and then I had to point out, hey, Eileen's level 9 learned Yell. Let's look at that real quick. But yeah, like, that's why I'm like, oh, it does not say it can crit, so do not expect Eileen's critical guidance to work with it. But she just got Yell. High-pitched sound inflicts magic defense debuff on a single enemy for 3 turns. So magic defense debuff is really good, especially because it's multiplicative in the sense of, like, oh, defense got lowered, so each hit of Brandon's Encroaching Dark does more damage. We saw this hole here earlier, but we've only hit 2 switches, the one Brandon had initially and the one in that room. We need a third one, so let's take a look. This is a big hole. Hopefully we don't need anything over there. Yeah, honestly, I don't think that there would be any way for us to get there. I'm worried about it. System scan area. Scanning. Scan complete. Area ahead contains 1 switch and 1 treasure chest. Oh no. What's wrong, Mr. Brian? As there's a switch over there that we need to hit. As there's no way we can get over there. Maybe I can jump it. I think that line is really funny that I wrote this because he was very, very confident he could not make the 2-gap jump in when he was at work. But now this, he's like, yeah, I could try. As no. What if you don't make it? You'd only have 1 try. If you miss, then you're dead. I know, but what do? There's a switch over there. I mean, what makes you think that? I just know, Denny. 100% there's a switch over there, and we can't move forward unless we hit it. Mr. Brian? Yes, Eileen? We have to hit the switch over there, right? Yeah, but right now we're not sure how to get over there. Throw me. Eileen, what? There's no way I could do that. Eileen, that's just as crazy as Ez trying to jump it. Mr. Brian, I trust you, and you say we need to get that switch, so throw me over there and I can hit it. But what about coming back? I'll catch you. Wait, as you can't be seriously going along with this. I don't like it either, Denny, but I have to trust her. But no matter what, I'm gonna make sure that girl is safe. Okay, Eileen, are you ready? Yeah. Here we go. You okay, Eileen? Yeah, I'll get the switch, then I'll come back. Okay, be careful. Alrighty. We see the switch right there, which is huge. We got treasure. Let's get the treasure. A monster? Okay, Mr. Brian, I'll take care of this. Alright. Monster. But, as we know, this thing, very susceptible to mana depletion. So I'm kind of hoping that I don't even have to lift a finger from here. Ow, lifting a finger. Oh, big crit, actually. 185 on a crit. That's actually good damage. Wow, what? You know, I did that, and there's the burnout. I'm like, I was so close to just, like, beating it normally. Pool noodle. I did it. So if we look at the pool noodle, this is definitely lower attack, but it gives her a lot more agility. So if you're just having her swing, then maybe not, but 7 more agility is a lot. So having her access to buffs, debuffs, and whatnot. I hit the switch. Time to go back. Alrighty. And let's head back. Now we need to figure this out. Mr. Brian, I got it. Good work, Eileen. Alright, now the hard part. Let's go get you back over on this side. What do you think, Eileen? You think you can jump close enough where I can catch you? I'm not sure. As I don't like this. We didn't think this through well enough. Yeah, as this hole is huge. I don't even think if you extend your arms out, you can safely get her. Eileen, do your best. I promise you I'll get you back to this side. Okay, I trust you, Mr. Brian. Eileen, system, do something. Scanning, options, error, try again later. Oh my god, Eileen, hold on, we're going down. As they just fell. Let's hope they're okay. Ow. Well, I have to assume the system did at least something. Otherwise, I definitely would be dead after a fall like that. I thought about, like, boom, cut there. But, you know, I think this is better to... Eileen, are you okay? Yeah. Thanks for protecting me on the way down. Of course. Now, by the looks of it, there is a bit of a climb, but we probably can make our way back to Casey and Denny. Oh, a call from Casey. I'm surprised we even have service in the tower. Hello? Oh my god, Ez, you actually answered. Why did he answer your call? I called him first. This is not the time for that, Denny. Hold on. Are you okay? Where even are you? There is a bottom to the hole. I can tell you that much. But I'm looking around, and there seems like places where I can probably climb up. I don't know if it'll take us all the way back up to you guys, but for now, it's the best plan I have. Okay, if we can do anything to help, just let us know. Also, real quick, can you put Eileen on the phone, please? Sure. Hi, Casey. Oh, good. You sound okay as well. Yeah, on the way down, Mr. Brian protected me, so I didn't hit the ground and landed on him instead. Oh, Ez. I know it's going to be hard, but try to make it so he doesn't do anything dumb. I'll try. Okay, then. Good luck, you two. All right, Eileen. We have a trip ahead of us, so let's do our best. Yeah. I think I can probably make the jump up some of these walls, so I just need to find a good place to do so. But that will happen next time on Let's Play Worlds Collide. We found the man the lady said that we should try to save. Turned out to be someone we knew, and we made a good bit of progress. Hopefully next time we get out of this pit, reconvene with Brandon and Casey, and continue our trek to the tower. That's all I got for today, y'all. Appreciate you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.